between January 3rd and January 23rd, we're taking a group of interested students to Mexico for a wonderful program that really has two parts. One part is Spanish immersion with a Mexican family, living with a Mexican family, and studying Spanish at what is the finest language training school in all of Latin America. I've been there over a period of years, and I've seen how wonderfully they go about this approach. With students involved in intensive language training for 3 hours, it doesn't get boring. I don't know how they do that, but they keep changing the delivery pattern. You move from grammar to learning more vocabulary to small group conversation, and it's really very lively and engaging. Before the students start, they give every student an exam, individualized exam, and they place each one where they belong, from beginning to advanced students in Spanish, and they keep track of a student's progress so they can move you around from group to group as you need to. The other part of this project is working on a social business development project with the local community. We'll be working with people in and around Cuernavaca to develop a business plan that will help them to either start a new business or to better develop a small business moving into a more attractive market space. This calls on students from all kinds of disciplines. We hope we'll have multidisciplinary teams going from finance, marketing, human resources, because in a business plan, all of those things are required. Well, that's a great question, because one thing I would say is there really won't be any typical day, but in general, we'll have 3 hours of Spanish immersion in the mornings, and then the students will have a 1-hour break, and in the afternoon, we will work on this global business plan development program. Some days, we'll have a class meeting, which would be 2.5 hours, like a regular weekly session at the university. But I'm hoping that that is going to be maybe twice per week. The other days, we're going to go out in the field. We're going to be meeting with people from the local community. And the Mexican students in our course will be with us. So we have built-in translators and people who understand the local culture and the people. So we will be interacting and hopefully working as consultants in the community on those other afternoons. Another variation from this is that the second week is termed Global Trends in Social Business Enterprise, and it's called International Business Week. So our colleagues from other universities in Portugal, I think in Peru, and other places who've been involved in the kinds of things we're doing there will be coming to the campus, so the students will be working with them as well. A colleague of mine that I've met through another social enterprise development project, Eileen Higgins, is now vice consul of the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City. She's agreed to come that week and do a couple of afternoon sessions on community development, which we can use when we're going out into the community to talk about what their priorities are and what they would most like to see us work on in terms of a business development project. So I would say that the components generally of language in the morning, working on the business development plan in the afternoon, would be a major part of a typical day. And in the evenings, I think several times a week, we will go out as a group to one of the fine restaurants in Cuernavaca, hear some local music, and have some informal time with Mexican students and some of the professors that we'll be working with there.